Malaysia's economy bucked the regional trend, expanding by 4.9% in the second quarter of 2019 on the back of higher household spending and private investment. That is up from 4.5% in the previous quarter. Bank Negara Governor Datuk Nur Syamsiah Muhammad Yunos says all economic sectors expanded, with mining registering its first positive growth since the third quarter of 2017. On the ringgit, which has depreciated by 1.3% against the US dollar so far this year, Nur Syamsiah says the weaker currency has actually played a very key role in absorbing external shocks. She says its flexibility is one of Malaysia's strengths. Looking ahead, she says investment activity is likely to stay subdued amid continued headwinds. The central bank is expecting GDP growth of between 4.3 to 4.8% for the full year, although heightened trade tensions could shave off 0.1 percentage point. The FBM KLCI closed below the 1600 level today as investors remain guarded after a turbulent week. Despite the broader market showing mixed signals and regional markets displaying a slight rebound towards the end of the trading week, the benchmark index closed 0.06% lower at 1,599.22. Trading volume remained thin at 1.79 billion shares worth 1.44 billion ringgit, with gainers outnumbering losers by 359 to 293. Among KLCI component stocks, top laggards include Sime Darby Plantation and banking counters Hong Leong Financial Group, AMMB Holdings and RHB Bank. The KL High Court has set September 6 to fix the hearing date for two separate applications by the Inland Revenue Board and ex-Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Razak. Both are in relation to the 1.69 billion ringgit in income taxes owed by the Pekan MP for the assessment years 2011 to 2017. Najib is seeking to stay the suit brought against him by the taxman pending a reassessment appeal. Meanwhile, the RRB filed an application for a summary judgment on the matter, meaning it is seeking a court decision made on the basis of statements and evidence presented in legal pleadings and documents filed without a trial or calling of witnesses. It also filed a supporting affidavit asserting that Najib still has to pay the 1.69 billion ringgit sum regardless of the reassessment appeal. The defamation suit filed against AirAsia, AirAsia X and their respective CEOs Riyad Asmat and Benyamin Ismail by MAHB and its subsidiary Malaysia Airports Sepang will be heard in the KL High Court on September 6. The AirAsia Group and the airport's operator have been feuding publicly over the imposition of higher passenger service charges. This particular suit was sparked by articles published by the budget carrier, which implied that it was MAHB and its subsidiary that had decided to increase the charges. However, the decision to hike the fees was actually aviation regulator MAVCOM's. The airport's operator also took offence with the carrier's statements, which it said implied that it is greedy and of questionable ethics. On December 14, 2018, AirAsia had said that MAHB increased the charges to enrich a select few. 5 days later, AAX published a piece that said MAHB had imposed the higher fees for the sole benefit of its shareholders and that the monies would go straight to the airport operator's bottom line. Putrajaya is reopening the registration of G1 grade or entry-level Bumiputra contractors after freezing it for 14 years. The Ministries of Finance and Economic Affairs said in a joint statement that the move is aimed at giving more opportunities to new and competent Bumiputra contractors. In the meantime, the government will also review the ceiling value of the contracts they can undertake from government projects. Aside from strengthening Bumiputra participation in government procurement, the ministry said the aim is also to bridge the income gap between the races without affecting the country's construction industry ecosystem. Currently, G1 grade contractors may only tender for jobs not exceeding 200,000 ringgit.